Andrew Tate, the top G, the Morpheus to our Matrix, a very polarizing figure. Unless you've been living under a rock for the past few years, you already know who Andrew Tate is. He's managed to do something unprecedented in social media history. He somehow became both the king of the incels and the king of the Giga Chads, which we're now finding out actually have a lot in common. For the incels, he's their messiah who's going to eventually lead them to the lands of harem and waifus, and to the Giga Chads, he's getting them a little bit closer to the Handmaid's Tale after years and years of male oppression. If you're here to watch me dunk on him, I'm sorry to break it to you, I don't own a Bugatti, so technically my opinion doesn't matter, and I've actually seen clips of him fighting before and he actually doesn't look that bad. But if you're here to watch me hail him as an almighty king, I hate to break it to you, there's a lot of women that I do respect, so at least you know I'm gonna be fair. Wikipedia has his record as 76-9, a very respectable career for any kickboxer. I'm gonna be reacting and giving my honest assessment of the fights I'm able to find online. The first fight we're gonna start off with is the top G versus Miralem Hamid. Sorry if I butchered your name, but here we go. Unfortunately, when it still comes to kickboxing, unless if you're in one of the big organizations like Glory, K1, or any of the big Muay Thai leagues, it gets a little shifty. This guy right now is 3 wins and 2 losses, and this probably Andrew Tate's 80th fight. If I had to say, he was probably brought in here to lose. His body doesn't look the best and he doesn't look like he's in the best of shape, but you never know, some guys' bodies are deceptive. And the top G looking like a specimen. So right now it has his record as 40 wins and 7 losses. So I don't know where Wikipedia got 76-9 from. I don't know if one of you Giga Chads out there increased his record, but officially right now it says 40-7, and after this he only had 2 more fights.
Feels like you're at the end of a gun.
Okay, it says this fight finished in the first round, so I'm guessing the top G must have steamrolled him. Okay, top G starts off with two good left high kicks. He's an orthodox fighter. His overhand's a little bit wide and he does keep his chin up in the air. I will say this, I'm very surprised that a lot of people don't get on top G for his chin. He has a very punchable face. They're swinging wild. Oh, nice. Top G catches him with a left knee and drops him right away. Now, I don't know how legit of a fighter this. Well, he can't be that legit. He's only 3-2 and he's fighting somebody with over 40 fights. But Top G definitely just put him down on a legit knee. He makes it up from the 8 count. Look at Top G fighting with his hands down. Feeling himself. Oh, caught him with another head kick. Oh, right. I think this guy is probably just a cab driver that they brought in to lose. But hey, Top G's executing some techniques. A win is a win. I think this guy's ready to go home now. Yeah, and the referee calls it off. All right, so that's highlight reel number 1. The quality of the opponent was not great, but hey, like I said, a win is a win. Top G being respectful, checking on his opponent after the fight. Next, we're going to his last loss. Now, it was a little bit hard to find any footage of this fight. It's kind of just 20-second clips and short. I couldn't find the entire fight, but I did find 20 seconds of it on YouTube. And again, Andrew Tate looks good, but now he looks like he has a competent opponent in front of him. Oh, Andrew Tate got caught now for fighting with his hands down, and in most of his fights he likes to fight with his hands down, but this time he reached out to try to parry, or he was reaching out to grab his opponent, and the guy came right over those hands with a left overhand. Now, it didn't look like a very hard shot, but it definitely hurt Andrew. Oh, and the referee calls it off. Wow. Yeah, so I don't know what exactly happened right there. It didn't look like he got rocked or anything like that. It just looked like maybe he broke something. Maybe it's a fractured orbital. I've had a fractured orbital in the past. As soon as it happens, your vision just goes completely blind. So if I had to guess, that's what I'll guess it is. Shout out to Ibrahim. I wonder what he's doing these days. He has a win over the top G. All right, now we have fight number 3. Andrew Tate versus Julian Strugaria. I know I messed that one up. If you're out there, I apologize yet again. It says it's gonna be another quick one for Andrew, so let's see how it goes. Oh, nice. This time they're actually fighting in MMA gloves. That's something that's been getting very popular lately, is people doing K1 and kickboxing in regular MMA gloves. It's getting a lot of steam outside the US, especially with ONE FC. They're actually fighting for Brave in this fight. I fought for Brave right before I got into the UFC. My win in Brave is what got me a call for the Contender Series. Andrew Tate throws another left high kick. He really loves that left high kick, man. It's pretty strong too. Every time I've seen him connect, he looks like he's doing a lot of damage with it. Solid leg kick, man. Straight back, good technique, good power. Now, I don't know what he's doing with his hands. I don't know if it's showmanship or a way to just blind his opponent, but he does a lot of weird things where he's like having his hands all over the place. But like I said, his kicks are definitely legit. All of them are powerful. Oh, a head kick as soon as I said it too. Nice. Oh, he's going in the finish. He's going in the finish. Yeah, this fight is over. Free steps in. Yeah. I don't know if this guy's going to make this count. Yeah, and that's it. The referee calls it. Hey, that was a very solid performance. I'll tell you what, this is a lot better than the last highlight reel, man. I don't know the skill level of this opponent, but everything that Andrew showed, man, he's a legit ass kicker. To be perfectly honest, before I started making this video, I was always very dismissive of Andrew's kickboxing career, but from watching the highlights that I've seen so far, I'm actually pretty impressed. I'm genuinely surprised. Now, this next fight is the Top G versus Francis Grage. Yeah, I know I got that one right. Another quick one. This one ends in the first round. Unfortunately, it was a loss for Top G. It says it's a knee. Let's see how it happened. This fight, they didn't put up any stats, so I don't get to see what Andrew Tate's record was at this time, and I don't get to see what his opponent's record was at this time. But it's another competent looking opponent, just like the last one. His opponent looks serious, man. He looks like he's not here to play around. Look at the Top G. What a pleasant surprise. I really was expecting to watch these videos and expect them to just have a whole lot of bummy fights, but these look like legit opponents. You know, he wasn't just out there picking and choosing who he was fighting. Oh, I'm not sure if Andrew's very comfortable in that clinch. You can always tell when somebody's not very good at clinching whenever they try to escape a clinch by ducking their head out and pulling out. That's one of the best ways to end up in the hospital the next day and waking up wondering what happened. Most high-level clinchers will set you up and try to force you to actually do that just so they can knee you in the face. Yeah, Andrew's not comfortable at all. You can see the way this guy is kind of throwing him all over the place, offsetting his balance. This guy probably has a little bit more advantage when it comes to clinching. Oh, Andrew Tate dig into the body, but then they fall into a clinch again. I like that. Here we go again with the guy offsetting Andrew's balance, making him stand on one foot. Every time Andrew tries to catch his balance, he's already hitting him with something new. Yeah, Andrew's struggling with this clinch, and now he's just resorting to try to punch his way out. You never want to just try to punch your way out of a clinch. You have to technically escape. And you can tell now the knees are starting to do a lot of damage because Andrew's taking real deep breaths. I'll give Andrew this credit. His kicks are very, very good because even right now with how beat up he is to the body, every time they escape the clinch, he's throwing those kicks and executing them pretty well. And that's just the tale of this fight. This guy's kind of overwhelming him with the clinch, and Andrew's just struggling to get out of there. And every time Andrew escapes from the clinch, you could tell that he's physically exhausted. Oh, the guy tries to catch him with a flying knee. He came very close because Andrew was leaning over from strong right hand. Andrew's already a guy that kind of fights with his hands low already, and the more tired he is, the less likely he's going to be able to move his head out of the way. Oh, and there it is. A strong knee to the body gets Andrew to fold over and then throws a knee straight to the head. Hey, I'll tell you this, man. Believe it or not, I just gained a lot more respect for the Top G from watching this loss than I did any one of his highlight reel wins. After watching these fights, I could confidently say Andrew Tate was definitely a competent fighter. Now, does his technique live up to the world titles that his army of fans like to parade around? Probably not, but is he as bad as the haters try to say? Definitely not. Andrew Tate was definitely a very, very solid fighter, and to be honest, I was listening to the haters before I started watching these fights, and I was genuinely surprised. He's pretty badass. He's a little bit older than in age, but I'll definitely look forward to him fighting somebody like Jake Paul. That's something that I think will sell out massively, and I'll be happy to watch that as a fan. With how popular Jake has been getting with the boxing stuff, it'll be really cool to see them compete in something that neither one of them has done, so hopefully they could set up a mixed martial arts fight. At the time of me making this video, he's currently in some legal troubles for beefing with a 19-year-old on Twitter, but hopefully he can resolve that and get back to leading his army of Chad and incels in their fight against the Matrix. Whether you're a Top G fan or an Andrew Tate hater, his kickboxing skills definitely passed the eye test, at least for me. Let me know what you think in the comments.